Hello, all you wonderful Rise of Kingdoms players out there. This is Dragothien here. Today we're going to be talking about a very specific pairing mechanic in Rise of Kingdoms. I wanted to highlight it for you. Thank you for to Hand of God for kind of showcasing it for me in a specific pairing, which I'm showing you right now. That's Constantine and Harald. I'm getting a battle report right now so we can go through it and show you what I'm talking about. There's a specific mechanic that Harald and other commanders that are like Harald that use the same kind of battle mechanic trigger from the main commander that they're paired with that really makes it effective to pair those two commanders together. So for instance, in this case, I've got Constantine Harald, but the reason that your Trajan Heralds and your Ethelfled Heralds work so well is because of this mechanic that I'm about to explain to you. And you can use this across the rest of Rise of Kingdoms. There's a couple other commanders out there that do have this mechanic that you can utilize on the battlefield. So with this barbarian dying finally, thank you very much, we'll go ahead and open it up. And well, first off, let me show you the actual commander, the mechanic itself. So we've got Harald, and Harald's fourth skill, Stamford Bridge, reads like this. When troops led by this commander are on the map and use their normal attack, this commander has a 20% chance to cast their active skill and grant their troops immunity to all defense reduction effects for 3 seconds. The piece of this that you really need to pay attention to is cast their active skill again, okay? So their active skill is this one, which happens every time there's a skill cycle, right? Every 8 to 10 seconds, depending on what your rage requirement and rage boosts are, and if you have the horn and things like that, right? But this is his main skill, his main active skill. Direct damage factor 1200 and a 20% damage bonus. Very nice for 2 seconds, okay? So why is that important? Well, when you pair Harald up as a secondary to other commanders like, say, Constantine, which is what I've got right now. I'm going to go ahead and pull them back into the city because they're about half health and they took on about 3 barbarians at this point. Why is this so important? Well, first off, the talents. The talents are really where it's at. All right. So in the support talent tree, there are talents that are triggered by using a skill. Rejuvenate, which is one of the best talents in the game, is this way as well. And the support tree Rejuvenate gives you 150 rage whenever a skill is used. And the cool thing is, and I'll show you on the battle report momentarily, this is triggered when Harald hits or procs his Stamford Bridge skill, which in turn casts his Berserker skill again, okay? So you're going to get your 300 rage from Constantine casting his primary skill, well, 150 and then 150 from Harald's primary skill as well, coming right behind that. That's 300. And then if Harald procs Stamford Bridge, which he usually does at least once every skill cycle, that's going to be another 150 rage, which is going to generate a total of 450 rage from Rejuvenate, which is pretty darn sweet. Now, Cage of Thorns also is activated when using an active skill. After using an active skill, reduces march speed of nearby enemy troops by up to 25%. That's pretty darn sweet too. You can effectively chain trigger snares non-stop with a Herald-style commander, okay? Now, the other tree I want to show you is the leadership tree. And we'll go ahead and pull Trajan up because he's usually the one that's linked pretty well to Harald being used as a secondary as well. Also, Ethelfled works this way as well. I wish the banner would go away, but Strategic Prowess is the name of this talent. After using a skill, increases troop defense by 20% for the next 2 seconds. This effectively almost doubles the value of an already very valuable talent in the leadership talent tree. After using a skill, and this is considered a skill, Stamford Bridge, which triggers Berserker, which is an active skill, increases troop defense by 20% for the next 2 seconds. That is triggered whenever Harald casts his Stamford Bridge skill. Let's go look at the battle report real quick, and I can walk you through exactly what that looks like. All right, so let's see right here. First off, our side, this is Stamford Bridge going off at turn 6, okay? So you have turn 1, just your normal Undying Fury, Burning Blood happening the whole way. Same thing. Same thing. Same thing. Stamford Bridge triggers at turn 5, which is right here. This is the skill we just went over, the 4th skill of Harald, which in turn does this. Is going to activate the skill Berserker. All right. Turn 6, Berserker casts. There's the cast for Berserker, and look at this, Rejuvenate. Bingo. Instantly restores 150 rage whenever a skill is used. You're getting 150 rage on your first roll of turns. You're not supposed to get your first set of rage until turn 9, or turn 10, really. But because we got 150 rage from turn 6 and 5, we actually started triggering our skill on turn 9 instead of turn 10. So we should have casted on turn 10 our first skill with Constantine, which is this one right here, Edict of Milan. So that was triggering Rejuvenate. The next turn, turn 10, Harald is going to cast Berserker. Turn 11, Berserker is cast. Right here. Rejuvenate again. Stamford Bridge procs again on turn 14, which is right here. Cast Berserker. Rejuvenate again. Bingo. So there it is. So you're getting Rejuvenate, and now you're on turn 16 for your next set of skills. So you've casted twice before the Barbarians casted once. And usually, again, if you're fighting a player, your normal players are going to, unless you've got a super reduced rage or super high rage generation build, the player you're going to be attacking is going to cast on turn 9 or 10 on average, okay? So you're going to be ahead of the game. You're going to be able to do the debuff from Constantine, and you're going to start firing axes with Harald non-stop throughout this fight. As you can see, again, here's turn 1 of Constantine casting the Edict of Milan. There's the second round of Harald's axes, and then again, 2 turns later, we have another firing of Stamford Bridge right here. Berserker is cast, Rejuvenate is triggered. Now again, the same thing happens with Strategic Prowess. I'll go ahead and, I probably should have done this beforehand, but we're going to go ahead and do it together on the video. I'm going to go ahead and do that, and while that's going through, we're going to go ahead and go back to the battle report. So again, as you can see, we've got turn 6 firing the first Stamford Bridge. We've got turn 9, which is now our new first skill cast for this pairing, which was turn 10, or maybe even turn 11. We can maybe do some testing as well with that. This started our first cast a lot sooner. 150 rage at the beginning is a big difference. That basically turned Constantine into Zhang Yu. 850 rage requirement, if you want to think about it like that, which is very awesome because Constantine is, again, not known for just absolutely cranking out the skills. Support tree strong. Harald makes this pairing and this kind of pairing even stronger. Let's see how we're doing over here. Yeah, I mean, it's just firing off like crazy. Look at the rage generation. It's incredible. Now, this is also with Horn. So I have a Horn on Trajan, I believe. I don't have a Horn on Trajan. Should have a Horn on Trajan. But let's look at the report. The Horn would make it even crazier if you think about it that way. All right, so Stamford Bridge procced on turn 1. So turn 1 procced Stamford Bridge. Bingo. Which Berserker then cast on turn 2. Generating Rejuvenate. And like I said earlier, generating Strategic Prowess. So now you have a 20% troop defense buff right off the bat, turn 2 for 2 turns. That's a great advantage to have. Then your first skill is Turn 9 again. Trajan casting Battle of Tepe. No, not that one. Trajan's Column, sorry. Casting Trajan's Column. That generates Rejuvenate and Strategic Prowess as well. So you got another refresh of your defense, which is turn 10 and 11. Turn 11 casts, you get Rejuvenate and Strategic Prowess again. So you got 2 more turns of Strategic Prowess, 20% defense. And then just like that, look at that. Turn 13, Stamford Bridge is on again. You got Strategic Prowess re-triggered again. Rejuvenate re-triggered again. Turn 15 is now our fresh turn again. So now we've had Strategic Prowess for almost 15 seconds. It's only been down for 2 or 3 seconds throughout this whole sequence because of how often it's getting triggered by Trajan's or by Harald's 4th skill. So that's what I wanted to show you guys on this video. Again, you can use this with other type commanders. We've got other commanders in the game that do have this functionality. Genghis Khan is one of them. His expertise says when troops led by this commander consist of only Cav, using the Chosen One skill has a 30% chance to cast an additional Chosen One. This should hopefully trigger that same mechanic to apply because you're casting this again. So we need to see how that works. We'll do a little more testing on that. I think we also tried Alex's skill. So this one right here, while on the map, casting the healing effect, the damage factor here, this did not trigger. It did not trigger any kind of extra skills. Okay, this was a proc. This is not a skill trigger. It's got to specifically read triggers another one of your skills on the commander. So that's why Genghis Khan should work. And again, I think there's maybe some other ones here that may work. If you have any ideas, throw them in the comment section below and help everybody out and get everybody on the same page. But this mechanic, that's why this mechanic works so well with Trajan, with Ethelfled, and again, really with any support skill tree, support talent tree commander. This works really effectively because of the extra 150 rage. Pretty much each skill cycle gets, if not 2, depending on how it falls inside of the skill cycle selection. So hope you guys have enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Cheers. Have a good one and take care.